Hello everyone, I'm the Mass Analyst. Today I'd like to talk about some high drama and a 2-bit DMCA complaint. This involves a couple of high-profile YouTubers and one not-so-high-profile YouTubers. It also involves the principles of when we can copy from other people's videos. Do we need permission to copy from other people's videos? Well, this all started back in August of 2007 when Renetto made a video entitled 2-bit, YouTube's unofficial anthem. Now, probably most of you are familiar with this song. It's 2-bit, 2-bit, everybody 2-bit, 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 everybody 2-bit. Very catchy song, and I'll post a link to this video in the sidebar, as well as to all the other videos I talk about in the sidebar. All the other videos except one. There's one video I can't link to because it has been removed due to a DMCA complaint. But I'll try and describe to the best of my ability what this is all about. Now, again, this all started back in August 2007 when Renetto made his 2-bit video. And in the credits section, he stated, written, composed, and performed by Renetto. Pay attention to the word composed because we'll talk about this a little bit more later on. A little while ago, a user by the name of MyRealityBytes made a video entitled Renetto's Toy. And in this video, she showed that a toy that she had purchased sometime before Renetto made his video had an interesting quality. And that quality is that this toy made a musical sound which was a building block of Renetto's video, a building block of the music for Renetto's video. Clearly, she proved that a major component of what Renetto had written and composed had been in existence well before Renetto had composed his 2-bit video. Now, not only did she prove that Renetto got this clip from somewhere else, she sent this video that she made, her Renetto's Toy video, to GregSolomon. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with GregSolomon, I really recommend checking his videos out. He's quite an entertainer, very interesting guy. He's also a rival or a critic of Renetto's. Now, I get the feeling that they're probably, at least on good terms, if not friendly terms in real life. But Greg has been really busting Renetto's chops very hard this past month or so. He's made, I think, 3 videos really busting Renetto's chops. And so when she sent Greg this video, she had to have known, or at least suspected, that Greg might use this as fodder for a new video. And in fact, Greg did write her saying that he would cite her video. So she had to have known when she sent this that this would be something that Greg would probably be talking about. Well, Greg did indeed use clips of her video in a video which he made. And the thesis of the video was that Renetto is a plagiarist. Now, Greg didn't come right out and say, Renetto, you're a plagiarist. No, he didn't state it as fact, but he phrased it in such a way that it was the inescapable conclusion that Renetto was a plagiarist. Now, he said, you decide for yourselves. I'm just presenting the evidence. You decide for yourselves. And no one who viewed that video would come away, or very few people would come away thinking that he wasn't a plagiarist. It was a very convincing video. And actually, even before that video was made, just seeing the clip that MyRealityBytes presented from her toy, I kind of got the feeling that, hey, maybe Renetto's a plagiarist. So that was the implication of Greg's video. Now, unfortunately, according to MyRealityBytes, she didn't like this. And the reason she didn't like this, from what I gather, is because after GregSolomon made his video, which was quite popular, people started sending her hate email and hate comments. Now, I don't know what she characterizes as hate mail or hate comments. Some people who have very thin skin will criticize, will classify legitimate criticism as hate comments. So maybe they were legitimate criticisms, maybe they were genuine hate comments. I have no idea. But she didn't like this, and she asked Greg to remove his video because it contained clips from her video, and she was taking some heat for this. I'm going to post. I want you to look at the comments in her video. She made a video all about this entitled Greg Solomon is a YouTube bully. And I'm going to ask you to watch that video and read the comments in the video. And you'll see she'll explains why she wants the video removed. And she also says that Greg had blocked her from commenting on his video, that he removed her comments from his video. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm going to assume it probably was true, but who knows? And I don't know what she said on his video, so I don't know if Greg was justified, if the comments were really extreme, if they dropped docs. I have no idea. But my gut feeling tells me that this was kind of a weak move on Greg's part. But again, without knowing all the facts, I'm not going to state conclusively. But it does look kind of weak on Greg's part. But what she did was far worse in my book, in that she responded to all this by DMCAing Greg's video. She sent a complaint to YouTube, and she had YouTube remove the video because she claimed that Greg didn't have her permission. It infringed on her copyright. And if you read through the comments in this, very clearly she expressed that this made her look foolish, like an ass, and that Greg didn't have her permission, and she implied very strongly that he needed her permission in order to copy from her video. And in a way, that really is the rule for YouTube. That's not what the copyright law says, but that's a little bit more complicated. Now, the rest of this video, I want to look at two questions. One, did Renetto plagiarize? Is this accusation, or maybe accusation is too strong a word since Greg didn't actually come out and say you're a plagiarist, but this insinuation, is there anything to back this up? Does it hold up under closer scrutiny? And two, should Greg or any of us be able to use clips from other people's videos without permission? Now, I know YouTube's rule says no, you can't do that, but should you do this? Does copyright law allow this, even though YouTube's rule doesn't? And is there a good reason, a good policy reason, for changing YouTube's rule or changing the copyright law to encourage YouTube to change its rule? And I'll get onto that in the next part of the video.